Hello, this is Brother Johnny Williams with another edition of In the Word. I'm going to give my Memorial Day sermon today. Tomorrow, everyone will be busy in remembrance and reflecting on all those that have went on in their families, their loved ones. So I want to do this today, and I want you to listen closely to this sermon. Very important. So important that I'm going to name it the things that they leave behind. Before I begin, let me give honor and respect to all those that have went on in this family. And while I am giving them their honor and their respect, you, anyone within the sound of my voice, you reflect on all those that have went on in your family. Uncle Bob, B.F. Haynes, Cousin Joe, Cousin Sissy, Alabama Robinson, Lou Moore, Janie Williams, Gladys Thomas, Charlie Williams, Sr., Charlene Williams, Patsy Perry, and my mother, Mary Lily Williams Starks Steele. Those are all the ones that have gone on in this family, and we miss them so. But they left things behind that they will never die. Let me get into that. On this journey through life in this world that we live in, there are many things that one hopes to accomplish. My mother, we come from humble beginnings, like a lot of you. Never had much, but one another. I know the desires of my mother's heart because she shared them with me in the hopes that one day those desires will be passed on and passed on and passed on. What an honorable thing for one to leave behind. Ladies and gentlemen, just as sure as you are born, you will have to pass away from this fleshly existence in the hope that you will gain eternal life. With that, I will interject this. Blessed are the dead that have died in the Lord, for they now rest from their labor, and their works do follow them. That means a lot. I want you to understand that their works do follow them. Not only in death, but their works follow them with the living. I've had many people walk up to me and ask me, Johnny, how can you keep your composure? Why are you not grieving? Why are you not crying like the rest of your family? And you know what I tell them? I came to terms a long time ago because God was in me a long time ago, working on me. There were things in the back of my mind that I could, if you can understand, I could vaguely understand. They were there, but it wasn't time for them to come out until God was ready to bring them out of me. Now, I don't want you to think that this is about me. This is Memorial Day. But I'm working up on the reason why I'm telling you these things. Some people grieve, or back up, a lot of people grieve in different ways. Some people cannot accept a person passing on. It's a source of great tribulation to them for the rest of their lives. If you are a man and woman of God, you must acknowledge that we have to leave here one day. Your loved ones cannot be with you forever. Not in this fleshly existence. That comes later. I, again, came to terms with that a long time ago. This is the thing that I want anyone listening to me, please hear me. You do not know the day, the minute, the second, or the hour that death will visit you. It's like a thief in the night. Comes unexpectedly. And there's a reason and a warning there. That's why you must live your life in a just way each and every day. You do not know. That's the mystery of the Almighty. But He tells you. Walk with me. Always. Getting back to the things they leave behind. It is an honorable thing to be a mother or a father. And we don't just lose mothers and fathers. Death has no boundaries. It doesn't care who it takes. It takes children. It takes brothers. It takes sisters, aunts, nieces, nephews, cousins. There are a lot of people that have gone on, and there are a lot of people that are grieving. Again, I cannot take the pain away. I can try to give some clarity to where one can understand it and maybe accept it a little more. And then maybe their yoke is lightened a little more. You enjoy anyone, not just family, anyone. You fellowship with them. You take time with them. Do not get too busy doing anything to take time with loved ones and neighbors. One more time. Death comes like a thief in the night. And let me tell you something about regrets. They will eat you alive. You'll be thinking, could I have made it there? If I just had a few more minutes, what I wouldn't give to be able to see them or talk to them again. These are all the things that are going through people's minds right now, and more, especially more tomorrow, as they go out to cemeteries and look at headstones and stand with the ones that are still alive and remember. Now, there are so many memories of all of those who have gone on before me. I remember each and every one of my sisters, my mother, and my father. Why? Because I did what I promised I would do, what I am supposed to do. I fellowship with them. I be around them. Some of them may have even got tired of seeing me coming. But I did that so that I can be the way I am today. Don't think I don't grieve, but that yoke is lightened because of the things that I did before. And that is what I want to convey to anyone listening. Spend time with your people. Don't get too busy doing anything. Make the time. Remember what I just told you. One day, you will be as they are now. You will be. Come to terms with it. Now, I don't want to prolong anyone's grieving, but I thought that this conversation would, again, lighten that yoke just a little bit. Take it from me, in time, it becomes bearable. It'll never go away, but it becomes bearable. Here's something I want you to do for those that are still fortunate enough to have. There are a few that really hadn't lost anyone yet. You get closer to those people. You go see those people. You talk to those people. You call those people. If you got to pester them, you pester them. But you spend time with people. So again, there will be no regrets. To those of you that are as I am now, without my mother, without my father, grieving, as I just said a few minutes ago, pray. Ask the Lord to lighten your yoke. He will never leave you. He will be there. Believe me, from experience, it works. Again, I hope that has helped you just a little. Now, I want to testify. A few minutes ago, my sister sent a picture to my wife's phone. My wife, she got up and handed me the phone. I didn't know what was going on, and she walked out the door in tears. Well, I'm alarmed. I really didn't know what was going on. I'll go out behind her, but I turned the phone over and I looked at it. It was a picture of my mother's headstone. And at the bottom, my baby sister had added an inscription. And it goes something like this. I fought the good fight. I have ran my course. And I kept the faith. My mother, one of the last things on this earth that she did, she asked the nurse one night to call my older sister. God bless her. And she tried to call and she couldn't get my older sister at the time because she was actually on the way to the hospital. And the nurse told us the strangest thing. She asked the nurse, she said, "Are all my children asleep?" The nurse didn't have any other recourse but to tell her, "Yes, ma'am, I guess they are." And she said, "Well, now I'm going to sleep." Soon after that, she passed away. But backing up before that, This is what I want to tell you with tears in my eyes. My wife, and my daughter were actually in the vehicle that morning. I had made preparations to leave my job to come and see again, once again, to see about my mother. I had stopped to get some gas. My phone rang. And when the phone rang, I knew something was wrong. My older brother, Charlie Jr., he just simply said, "Johnny, she's gone." I can't tell you what came over me. Right then, my wife immediately began to cry. My daughter walked out, got out of the car, and walked off up against the store, just fell down on the ground and sat there and cried. Well, I came home anyway. And I knew I had to get my crying and sadness out before I got there, because I knew my family needed me to be strong for them. My job. And I did that. Couldn't shed a tear during that sad occasion. I'll tell you why. Because I said the things that they leave behind. I knew deep down in my mother's heart the one desire that she wanted. And that is for her children to be united. She told me that years ago. Don't fight. Y'all love one another. Years of me coming home with her, she talked to me as I watched her get a little more ill and a little more ill. And one night she talked to me and she told me, "Son, please help keep the family together. Honorable woman." And I told her I would. But right now, here's my testimony. With tears in my eyes, I tell you this, that I'm happy. I have seen more unity in this family since her passing than I've ever seen. And I get so happy, I can't do but cry. Because I'm seeing her dream come true. I see it come true. And it makes me so happy. And I look to heaven and I thank God that He gave me the one thing that I so prayed for. I got this rough exterior, He gave me that, but He also gave me the humble heart and soul, like May Lily, my mother. And to the family, I may say some hurtful things to them. I'm going to tell you the truth. That's what May Lily would do. You know, you can testify to this. And whenever you would talk to her, after you talked, the first thing she said, "Baby, it's going to be okay." I take it a step further. I may tell you it's okay, but I'm going to talk to you and let you know if you turn this way when you should have turned that way. It is the hope and dream of every parent that their children do better than they. The Lord took me away from a lot of those things that I used to do. A lot of those thoughts that I used to have. I still sometimes get scorned about some of the things that I do. But let me tell you this. He says, and I want you to listen closely because I want you to search your soul before you give an answer to this. If you love mother, father, brother, sister, children more than me, you are not worthy of me. You know, as I told you, I've always been a little different. And each and every day, he keeps revealing to me why I'm a little different. I'm not afraid to tell you the truth. I'm not afraid to get rebuked to scorn because I tell you the truth. And I am not backing up. Not wife, not children, not father, not mother, brother, or sister is going to sway me from my course. When I tell you that I am a man of God, I am. And your works will follow you. I'm going to close there. And I hope and I pray that you listen. We're getting better all the time. We're getting better all the time. We aren't what we ought to be, but we're better than we used to be. You know why? Because we have a made up mind. Thank you. Please reminisce on Memorial Day, and God bless you.